Join me today here at the Benny Bar Pilates Studio for a full body bar workout. Today we're going to need the following props: baby weights, that's 1 to 3 pounds, a small squishy ball, and a mat. Let's go ahead and get started with a warm up here. We're going to take the right foot and we're going to lift straight up and lower down, lifting that knee up high, keeping the body nice and tall. Shoulders are rolled down and back, and the crown of the head is reaching up towards the ceiling. Make sure that you're not crunching down towards that leg. Now, externally rotating that leg, we're going to take it off to the side and lower the toe back down to the ground. Next, we're going to go into tendus. So we're going to extend that leg to the front first, coming from first position, coming out to a point. Now we're taking that tendu out to the side. Now we're sweeping the foot across the floor, coming to a point and drawing back in. Now we're going to go back and forth from front to side. Massage out and then pull that foot back in and come to the side. So we lead out with the heel, come to a pointed toe, and then we draw back in from the toe. Keep going here and add in that arm motion, lifting the arms to the front as your foot comes to the front and to the side as your foot comes out to the side. Sometimes people want to bend through their legs here or lift the leg. We're sliding that foot across the floor. Now switching sides, left leg is lifting here, and we're going to take that parallel leg, lifting that knee up high. And this is really just a balancing act of control. Think about standing up straight and tall while you lift, so the core and hip flexor are really involved. Now turn that leg out. So we're going to lift out in a turn out position rather than being parallel. And now we're going to take those tendus front. Again, that leg stays nice and straight, and we're extending to the front till we come to a point of the toe. Now to the side. Now we're going to take the front and back combination while we lift and lower the arms. Arms coming front with the toe, arms coming to the side with the toe. Keep going here with that combination move. You should feel your standing leg glute working to stabilize your body. And you're really engaging a lot of muscles to move in this way right here, getting everything warm and ready to move for our class. Right here, lift both arms up to the sky, and we're going to side bend to the right, another way to the left. Leave that right arm up. And we're going to port de bras back and then fold forward. Other side, port de bras to the back with the left arm leading and fold forward. And both arms reach up to the sky and bringing back down. Now coming to the bar for pliés in second position. We're going to plie down, hold that plie, and lift up one heel at a time, alternating. Right heel lifts and lowers, left heel lifts and lowers. Now we're making sure that our head is staying stable and steady. So every time you lift up a heel, make sure that you're not lifting your body up. Hold down in that plie. Now lift up nice and tall, and we're going to plie drop for 3, 2, 1, and straight up. Drop 1, 2, 3, and squeeze up to the top. Make sure that you're not coming into a squat here. The hips are going to stay underneath the shoulders, and your chest is upright as if it's in between two panes of glass and not leaning forward. Now demi-pliés, take it down and up, down and up. Hold it down in that plie and pulse right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Demi-pliés down and up. Let those legs straighten all the way at the top. Now plie down right here, and we're going to lift alternating heels. Right, left, right, left. Good. Keep it going. Straighten those legs and drop for 3, 2, 1. Pull up. 3, 2, 1. Squeeze those muscles all the way to the top. Make sure that your muscles are engaged and that you are in control of this movement the whole way. And into demi-pliés. Take it down and up, down and up. Hold that plie down and take pulses right here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Demi-pliés for 1, 2, 3, 4. Now drop for 3, 2, 1. Straight up. Drop for 3, 2, 1, and up. Drop 3, 2, 1, and up. Good. Reach those hips back and away. Stretch away from that bar for just a moment. We've taken things down and now we're going to take things up. We're moving to relevés next. So we're starting out with our feet in first position, those heels together. We're going to plie down here and we're going to lift both heels and lower them down. Lift and lower. Make sure that you're not growing taller as you're lifting the heels, but everything is staying down. Just those heels are peeling up and the head is level and steady. Roll those shoulders down and back and keep the chest nice and open. We're really going to be working through the calf muscles. Now we're going to lift up tall and come down to plie with those heels lifted high, sliding back and forth. Right here, releve for 1, 2, 3, and 4. Hold it here and take little dips through the heels. 5, 6, 7, 8. Releve for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here, little dip. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring it down. Now we're going to step out to second position. And right here, we're just going to take a few steps back and forth, reaching through that toe and extending the leg long. Now plie down. We're going to lift and lower both the heels together. Nice and controlled, peeling those heels off the floor, up onto the toes, and rolling back down. Right here, we're going to lift the heels high, bring the legs straight, and then plie down with those heels high off the floor. Lower heels and releve for 4, 3, 2, 1. Heel stay lifted, little dip, 2, 3, 4. Those heels are just dipping just an inch. Lift for 4, 3, 2, 1. Little dips for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now step side to side, extending the leg and pointing through the toe. Just stretch and lengthen out that leg here. Bringing the feet parallel. We're going to bend down through the legs. The feet are about hip distance apart. We're sitting down in a wide chair, peeling the heels up and lowering them back down onto the floor. Keeping the head stable and steady and making sure that the rest of the body stays as still as possible. Good. Now we're going to straighten the legs and come to our relevés here in parallel for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it here. Little dip. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Releve for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Little dip. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lift. 2. We're taking a double here. 3 and 4. Hold it here. Little dip. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last time for 4. 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Little dip, little dip, little dip, little dip. Don't hold your breath. I know those calves are burning. Bring the heels down. Right foot steps back. Bend through the left leg and press that right heel the whole way into the ground, stretching the calf. Make sure all the toes are facing forward and nothing is turned out. And let's go ahead and switch sides. Left foot comes back. Right foot is bent in. If it's enough of a stretch to keep that front leg straight, do so. You're going to deepen that stretch by bending the leg. Even peeling up the front heel will really deepen that stretch. Grab those baby weights here for plies in first position. We're going to stand back away from the bar and we're going to go from first position and step out to second. As we do so, we're going to lift our arms out to the side. Remember not to take this into a squat. Keep the hips underneath the shoulders here. Step out and pull back in. Squeeze back into first position, step out to second. Now right here, we're gonna stay in first, plie, and then we're gonna lift and press the arms overhead. Plie, weights come down towards the floor and lift up high. Remember not to take those shoulders and let them sag down with the weights. They reach down to the floor and the shoulders remain rolled down and back. Now we're gonna take 2 pulses. We're gonna pulse down for 2 with the weights down, arms out to the side, pulse, lift up high, 1, 2, arms out to the side, 1, 2, straight down, 1, 2, now out, palms down, 1, 2, up high, 1, 2, now palms up as you reach out to the side. Good, from the top. We're gonna step out a second, back straight into first position. So we step out into that plie and then stand up straight and tall as we come back in. The arms just mimic the legs here, coming out wide as we step out to second and then drawing in towards the body as we're in first. Now we're gonna plie and draw back in. Continue right here. Right here, we'll hold in first position, plie down, straighten the legs, and press up overhead. Think about zipping those legs together from the ankles all the way up to the glutes, and then pressing those weights up overhead. Now, we're just between 1 to 3 pounds, so they are not heavy right here. It's just a mild distraction away from the burning in the legs. 2 pulses, 1, 2, arms out, 1, 2, arms up to frame the face, 1, 2, arms out, 1, 2, arms down, 1, 2, arms out, palms down, 2, arms up, 1, 2, palms up, arms out, 1, 2. Now right here, plie down and then press the arms up overhead. Good, keep it warm and moving. Make sure that you relax the muscles of your face and keep breathing. Back to those 2 pulses. Down, 2, out, 1, 2, up, 1, 2. Don't come fully straight in those legs. Keep it down in those pulses. 1, 2, arms out for 1, 2, arms up, 1, 2, out, 1, 2. Down for 2. Keep it going with that double pulse. 3, up, 1, 2, out, 1, 2. Down, 1, 2, out, 1, 2, up, 1, 2, out, 1, 2. Bring it down. Very good. Put those weights down. We're coming next into a squat series that's really going to test your balance and get your heart rate up. We're standing with our feet turned out slightly, and we're going to squat back and lift up. The feet are out wide. Not a plie here, but a squat. So flat back and reach those hips back behind, and then lift straight up, bringing the hips the whole way forward. Now we're going to squat and take a little 2-step. Squat down, step 1, 2, down. Lift, 1, 2, down. Step, step, down. Step, step, down. Step, step, down. Good, we're challenging that balance and adding a little coordination to that movement. Back to the straight squat right here, just down and up. We're gonna just be adding a few things to our squats. It's gonna make you feel them differently in your muscles. Now, we're going to squat down and we're going to step and cross. We're going to lift it up, step and cross over, point through that toe and reach long and across. We're going to take those squats and turn them into a dancer squat. Lengthen those long arms out long and reach that foot, cross in front. This might be a little bit of coordination that's challenging and challenging your balance, but it's good for you. Don't steer clear from a challenge. Right here, lift those arms up to the sky and lower them down. We're taking just a moment to breathe. Lift up once more and lower down. Good. Right here, we're coming back into those squats. Down and up. Now 2-step, squat, step, step, squat, step, step. Think about reaching those toes and legs out long as you step to the side and alternate the side that you step on each time. Now hold down in that squat. We're going to step across here. Step and reach, squat, step and reach. Cross that foot over and reach the legs long. So when you come out to the side, it's going to be your opposite arm that lifts up while that opposite leg is crossing in front. Make sure to take those squats nice and low as you come back down and use those muscles to come right back up again. Reach the arms up to the sky. Lower them down. A moment to quiet your breath and calm the body for just a moment. Arms come back down. Right here, we're going to side bend, reach that left arm up and over, lift up tall and come to the other side. Now we're going to come down into our squat. Hold it here for just a moment, and then we're going to lift up, step and cross. Let's go. Squat, lift and cross. Squat, step across. Keep breathing. Now we're switching to that two-step. Squat, step, step, squat, step, step. Good. Now we're just coming into that standard squat right here. Just a few more. Well done. It's getting hot in here. Next, we're moving into a standing glute series. So we're going to bring the right forearm up to rest on our bar. We're going to bend through the knees and hinge forward at the waist. Left leg is extended, and we're going to lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. I want you to think lift, hover, and lower, not kick up and let it come down. Stay with me right here. Lift, hover, and lower. Lift, hover, and lower. Keep that motion going. Make sure that you stay bent through that standing leg and hinged forward at the waist. Really important to keep your body in that position throughout. Now, turn and face your bar. We're going to arabesque right here. Nice quick movements. Lift, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. Make sure that you're still hinged forward through the waist and bent through the knee. You should be feeling all this movement in your glutes. Now right here, bend that knee. We're going to circle out to the side, around and back. Take one more right here. Now we're coming to the other side. We're going to take that left hand and place the forearm onto the bar. Bend through the knees, hinge forward at the waist, and extend that right leg out to the side. We're going to lift, hover, lower. Now, all the time, this leg is staying parallel with the knee facing forward. In other words, we're not turning the foot and the knee up to the sky. It's facing forward the whole time. Really simple movement that holding the body still is what makes this so effective and isolating. Now turn and face your bar. We're coming into quick arabesques, staying bent through that left leg and hinged forward at the waist. Now bending that leg, we're going to take circles out, around, and in for 2 more right here. Last one. Good. We're going to bend through those knees, left leg fire hydrant to the side, and then attitude to the back. Switch legs right here. Right foot, fire hydrant, in, attitude to the back, in. Switch legs, lift hydrant, and out to the back. Switch legs, and back. Up to the side, and back. So here we're just changing the position of the knees. We're coming parallel, and then we're coming into an external rotation, opening the knee up to the back. Lift, lower, lift, lower. Switch legs. Lift, lower, lift, lower, and switch. Good. Keep it going right here. Now, we're going to take that left foot back into a scooter and then tuck the knee in and tap the toe. Reach back, tuck in. Reach back, tuck in. Switch sides, back and in. We're really putting all that weight through the bent leg of the left, reaching the right leg back straight, and then tapping that toe in. Right here, we're going to come into a figure 4 stretch. Left foot crosses over, ankle over top of the knee, and then send the hips straight back. Come to the other side, stretch those glutes out. Beautifully done. And next, we are ending our leg and glute work with this chair series. So we're going to bend the knees, bring them forward, and we're going to sit straight down, keeping the hips underneath the shoulders, sitting in chair position right here. Now we're going to add a pulse. Make sure that the ankles and the knees are touching together. Those legs are one solid unit. Now we're going to add in some narrow lunges with this. Right foot is going to reach back, and we're going to send the hips back and away, straighten the legs, and stretch forward for just a moment. Good. Shifting the weight up and forward. We're coming onto those toes. Right foot is still back, and we're going to lunge down and lift. Both heels are lifted. We're up on the toes on both feet. Singles right here. Now we're going to take it down for 3, 2, 1. Pulses, lift, and 3, 2, 1. Straight legs. Now singles, down and up, down and up. Keep that body nice and tall. Make sure that you're not leaning forward from the waist. 3 pulses, 1, 2, 3, and up. 1, 2, 3, and up. Step both feet together, sit down into chair, and hold it here. Make sure that you keep the chest nice and open and that the hips are underneath the shoulders, and we have the shoulders rolled down and back. Begin pulses here. Small, controlled pulses. Left foot is going to come back. Send both heels to the floor. Send the hips back and away from your bar and lean forward. Just stretch and lengthen through those legs. Now stacking up tall, we're going to lift both heels up high, lunge down and lift tall. This is a pretty narrow lunge with those heels lifted. 3 pulses right here. 3, 2, 1. Straighten legs again. 3, 2, 1. Straighten legs. Singles, down and up, down and up. By this point, I'm needing to wipe sweat away from my hair and away from my face. 3 pulses and up. 1, 2, 3, and up. Good. Step both legs together. We're going to drop in 3s in chair. Lift it up tall. Drop 1, 2, 3. Straighten the legs out. Reach it tall. 1, 2, 3. Keep those heels high. Stretch and reach long. 1, 2, 3. Lift it up. Right foot comes back. We're going to lunge and lift. Lunge and lifts. Keep those heels high. 3 pulses. 1, 2, 3. And another 3. 1, 2, 3. Switch legs really quickly here. Left foot back. Lunge and lift. Singles. Down and up. Down. 3 pulses right here. 1, 2, 3. And lift. 1, 2, 3. And lift. Both legs together. We're going to drop in 3s in chair pose and then bring it up tall. Drop 1, 2, 3. Stretch it out and long. 1, 2, 3. Pull it up. We know that we're going down for 3, and we hope that we will return upward again. Good. Reach back into a tabletop position. Heels coming down. Stretch the back out long. Woo! If anyone asks you if bar workouts leave you a sweaty mess, you can easily say yes. They do for me anyway. Okay, we're coming down to the mat here to work our abdominals. All right, we're going to go into a variation of the dead bug. So we're going to lift one leg to tabletop and then the opposite arm. We'll reach and extend overhead. We're taking this with some pacing here. If you find that you can't hold a neutral spine while doing this, then just lift one at a time, bring back down, and come to the other side. So lift that leg to tabletop and then reach it down to the mat. One arm is down by your side and the other is lifting overhead. Now curl into a ball and take a quick double leg stretch. Reach those legs away at 45 degrees, arms come up to frame the face, and then they draw back in together. Reach and in, reach and in, reach and in, reach. Now take those elbows out wide and come down to the side, and we're gonna bicycle pedal through the legs. Draw those knees together and we're going to roll the body off to the side and back. This is not just the legs, but it's also the torso rolling. Now bicycle pedal. Knees come in together, roll to the side, bring your shoulder with you, and head just lifts slightly off the mat, other side, and roll back. Now we're coming back into that dead bug variation. One leg lifts to tabletop and the opposite arm reaches up overhead to frame the face. And then we just switch midair to the other side. Now curl into a ball, reach the legs out and the arms, and then tuck everything back in together. Reach and in, reach and in, lengthen and in. Arms come out wide, lower down head, neck, and shoulders, and bicycle pedal through the legs. Maintain that neutral spine here. Now knees together, we're going to roll off to the side, back to center, other way. Bicycle pedal again. Make sure that your back is not flaring. Hold that nice neutral spine. Roll to the side, back to center, other way. Now back to that dead bug variation. One knee into tabletop and the opposite arm reaching up overhead. Keep it growing. Make sure that you keep a nice steady flow of breath. Good. Curl up into a ball. We're going to go into that double leg stretch. Reach out long and then tuck back into a ball. Those arms extend overhead and pull everything back in. The knees and the arms. Now take those elbows out wide and come into that bicycle pedaling motion with the legs. Knees together, roll to one side, roll it back with control. Keep that torso together. With the legs, good. Bicycle pedal. We're going to hold this position here. Hold that neutral spine, point through those toes, and think about the legs nice and long. The larger you make this movement with the legs, the more it's working the abdominals. If you keep it in tight and very small, you're working less in that area. Good. Pull everything in, pull those knees in, and give yourself a little rock from side to side. Well done. Next, we're going to go into working side body and glutes down on the mat. So we're going to come onto the forearm. That elbow is underneath the shoulder and the top leg is going to come to the front. From here, we're going to lift the hips off the mat and then lower back down. Keep shoulder stacked over shoulder and hip over hip. Try not to twist the body. Lift up and lower. Exhale as you lift everything up. Inhale, lower, and return. You can modify this by bending the inside leg and keeping that knee down on the mat. Now right here, that inside leg is going to come down onto the knee and float your left leg, your top leg, extending it out. Top arm reaches to the sky. Now we're going to take a hot potato motion through that leg. We're going to tap the toe forward, lift up high, back, and lift. Leg comes front and lift, back and lift. This is painfully slow and we're not going to rush it. Lift, front, lift, back, lift, front, lift, back, lift. Good. Bring it down. We're coming to the other side. So switching elbows, elbow underneath the shoulder, and the top leg is coming to the front. We're going to lift and lower the hips right here. Think about keeping that shoulder stacked over top of the shoulder and the chest open and not turning down to look at the mat or letting the top hip roll back on you. If you weren't sweating before, you are sweating now. Inside knee comes down, float that top leg out, that heel just extends straight out from the hip, top arm reaches to the sky. Now hot potato the foot. Take it forward, lift, back, lift. This is where we're feeling it intensely through the glutes. So we've worked through the side body and now we're coming into those glutes. Side body's still working to maintain this position. Front, lift, back, lift, front, lift, back, lift. Now we're going to come hands and knees, hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and we're really coming into the glutes here. We're going to lift and extend the leg away and reach it out straight. So we're thinking fire hydrant, but extending the leg straight and away. Try to press evenly through both the hands, even though we are shifting our weight here back and forth. Now we're going to reach back arabesque, straight back, and then tuck the knee in. Extend the leg back, kicking out straight the same way that we did off to the side. We're doing the same thing arabesque. Reaching back behind, nice and long, and keep that neutral spine. Make sure that your back isn't moving around like crazy as we reach back. Keep that motion in the glutes. Now back to the side with the legs. Lift up and extend, and back in. Tight, strong glutes here. Now reach back arabesque. One more on each side. Good, and go ahead and press back into rest pose. Well done. All right, you can take this opportunity to wipe the sweat off if you need to, as I do, and grab your small ball. We're going to be bringing this behind the small of the back as we work the abdominals. Lengthen the legs out nice and straight. Don't keep your back flat. Rather, scoop in and C curve back. You shouldn't be feeling this sharply in your back. It should be just in the abdominals. We're going to lean back and crunch forward. So we're really thinking about rolling the spine off of the ball as we shift forward and then rolling back onto it. Very small movement where our abdominals are working very hard. Now we're going to circle the arms back, around, and in. Circle out, up, around, and forward. Good. Keep the chin tucked forward, gaze forward. Now roll back through the spine, and we're going to take one knee in and extend out. Make sure that that knee stays in line with the hip and isn't coming off to the side. Now we're switching to a straight leg. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Keep it going. Now take the bent knee in for just a couple. Good. Now we're going to crunch round forward just a bit and roll back to the ball. We're really feeling this strongly through the transverse abdominis. Now we're going to circle those arms back. So we lean back, circle the arms around, bring it up, out, around, and in. Keep it going. Now lean back in that ball, lift a knee, and extend it out long. Pull that knee in and reach out long. Now take those legs straight. Make sure to alternate legs each time. You can place the hands or the forearms down by the side. We're coming back to bent leg here for a little assistance if it's too much, or keep the arms extended out long in front. Straight legs down. And go ahead and lift up forward off of that ball. You can pull that out and toss it away. We are done. It's now time to stretch. Coming onto the knees, we're going to press back into a rest pose, reaching those fingertips out long in front and sinking in. Now we're going to go into thread the needle. Drop the left shoulder and drop the head down to the side. Right arm, we're going to walk those fingertips beyond the head. And the left arm, the palm is lifted up towards the sky. So you're really feeling that twist in your upper back as you're reaching and lengthening. Go ahead and unwind and come to the other side. Right shoulder blade drops down. Left arm walks beyond the head or as far as is comfortable. Shoulder and head are resting on the mat. And lift up and unwind. Now we're going to circle those palms of the hands back to the palms of the feet. Release the neck and reach back, stretching through the back, stretching through the quads. And circle the arms back and out of it. Taking that left foot forward, we're going to come down into a lunge, keeping that knee tracking over top of the ankle and sinking down at the hips. Lengthen the arms down towards the mat. Palms open and facing forward. Keep those shoulders rolled down and back and think about being straight through the body. Now, your right inside hand is going to come to the mat. Turn that left foot, the toes out 45 degrees. Get a different stretch through those hip flexors, reaching across here. Turn the toes back forward. Both hands to the mat and send the hips back and away, keeping the hips square and facing forward while we lower down and stretch out the hamstrings. Front leg straightens as we sink into that. Good. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Right foot comes forward as we sink into that lunge. Hands lengthen down towards the mat, palms facing forward. And breathe deeply, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Your muscles have worked a great deal here and they need a nice, good, relaxing stretch. Inside hand coming down, foot turning off 45 degrees. Make sure that this feels good through all of your joints here. If not, keep those toes facing forward. Turn those toes back in. Both hands come down towards the mat. Straighten the legs, send the hips back and away, and lean forward as much as possible. Stretching the hamstrings, all those muscles in the back of the leg. Good. Right here, we're going to take the palms of the feet in towards each other to a butterfly position and go ahead and lean forward. Let those knees sink down towards the ground. You can come forward onto your forearms, onto your elbows, or you can sit up straight depending on how much of a stretch you need here. Lengthen the left leg out straight and lean the body forward. Over top of the foot, keep the toes facing up towards the sky. And bring that foot back in. Lean forward, palms of the feet back together. And now extend the right leg out straight and lean forward over that. Good. Bring the palms of the feet back in together and again fold front for just a moment. Now lengthen the legs out to the side, coming into a semi-straddle position. Lean the body forward. Now turn your body over top of the right leg and fold forward. Think about bringing your chest down to your leg more so than bending through your body and bringing your forehead down. Good. Now lift up tall and shift towards the left leg, reaching and lengthening out here and folding down as much as is comfortable. And maybe you're just moving down towards the leg a little bit, and that is just fine. And now we're going to come into pancake, reach the hands out towards the feet and lower the body down towards the mat, or come down and fold forward as much as is possible. Wherever you are at today is a fine place to be for your stretch. You will be stretching there, and over time you will be able to deepen into that stretch. So don't be discouraged. Work with your body exactly where it is today. Breathe deeply, really relax into that. And go ahead and lift up tall. Bring the legs together, and we're just going to twist through the spine just a little bit, reaching off to the side and in the other direction. And let's come down onto the back. We're going to roll up into a bridge position and then roll down here. We're thinking about articulating through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Being a nice straight line from the knees down to the shoulders, and then melting down through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Now we're going to take that pelvis in and out of neutral, tipping forward while the back flares, and then pressing the low back into the mat and just tipping back and forth, really getting a nice stretch and opening through the low back here. And now bringing the knees together, arms coming out wide. We're going to drift the knees as one solid unit off to the side, get a supine spine stretch here, lying on the back. Lift the knees up and let them drift over in the opposite direction. Try to keep the opposite shoulder down to the mat. Nice twist through the spine. And lift back up, float those legs into tabletop and drift off the other way. If this is too much, just keep the feet down to the ground. But as you can see, when we float the legs up into tabletop, this intensifies the stretch to the spine and the amount of work that is required of the core. And float the knees back up into tabletop position. Lower down the feet one at a time. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you've had an awesome workout and you want to come back and join me again soon. I have lots of shorter bar workouts that are available here on YouTube. I hope that you've liked this longer length workout. And if you want to join me online for online classes, you can get access to all of my bar classes on Patreon. These are set to fun, popular songs, and the music really keeps you going throughout the workout. So definitely go and check that out. Be sure to like this video if you would like to see more videos like this, and hit that subscribe button if you want to join me again, and the notification bell if you want to know when I am publishing something new. Thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you guys next time in the studio for more bar or Pilates.